One of the things I want to help you guys with today is I do want to help with the marketing. I know you guys talked about retention and things like that. I think it is very important to be able to focus on the retention aspect and maintaining students. Like, I definitely know that we have about 500 students, but we have a bad issue, okay, with our school. So this is very good. If you were to say that for our retention in our school, I could tell you that we range about 3 to 4%. That's what I could tell you. But the reality is we don't. The reality is, quit rate, retention and quit rate, right? The reality is that we're closer to 7 to 8%. You might be going, well, that's not everything that they said. Like, you're that person, you're that example. This is how many people quit because of their reasons, right? We don't like the instructor, we don't like the people, we're doing like other sports activities. This is the real number. Because I live in a military town. So I have people that come, and it depends on how long they're there. Some people are there for 6 months on temporary duty, TDY. So they're there for temporary duty, they bring our kids, the kids sign classes, and then they're gone. Some people get permanent at duty station, and that could range between 12 to 36 months. Some people come for temporary, move away to another duty station, and come back to us years later. I actually had one of my instructors do that. When he was 4 years old, he moved to 4. He came back when he was 14, and he ended up becoming an instructor with us. Crazy, right? So what does this present? Well, I know that I always, no matter what I do, the government, the military is taking my students, taking it away. On top of this, not only do we have militaries, we have military in our area, we also have a medical college that's in our town too. These two things make up the majority of revenue in my town. All the businesses thrive off the medical college, students that are there are going to be doctors, nurses, physical therapists, etc. And they bring their families who are the military. And then there's the people who grew up there like me. Very few people stay in my town and actually thrive and do all that. Most of it's military. So I like to get really great at marketing. I had to figure out, because I always had 3 to 4% that I was losing no matter what I did. So if you're looking at what is it that I do if I do need to grow, if I do need to be able to continuously get any new students, and the reality is, every single month, we do need 30 to 50 students because of this percentage that we're going to lose, or we're going to go down in revenue. It's just how it is, right? So how do you do this consistently? That's the key. How do you get to do this consistently? So we have something called the marketing triangle. Okay, the marketing triangle, there's a couple of pieces on this. The first thing is, and I'm sorry guys, I don't have the adapter for the slides. I had this on slides. But the first thing we do is we have internal. Every single month, there is one internal event that we do that brings us students. So all of our students will invite a friend. For example, we'll do a buddy week. How many of you guys do buddy weeks? Okay, so we'll have a buddy week. How many of you do a P&O plus one, parents night out plus a guest? Fewer people. It's simple. If your parents night out is not sold out, if you have room, our parents night out is always sold out, so if you don't have room. But if your parents' night out is not sold out, allow them to invite their friends for free to the parents' night out. It's super easy, super simple play for you to do. But this is something that most people do not consistently do. They do not have one internal event every month to bring in leads. We do. So it's a buddy week, it's a parents' night out plus one, it might be a bring a buddy break a board event, it might be a goal setting event, it might be a strength adventure event, it might be a self-defense workshop. Every single time we have that. Then we want to make sure that we have external events, and we want to have 2 external events every single month. An external event can be something as simple as going and doing a PE talk. So my husband, I used to do this all the time. My husband goes out and does it now. Does anybody do PE teacher for a day? Get a couple of you. Guys, you want to see the whole entire elementary school? Be a PE teacher. Every kid has to rotate through PE in elementary school at least. So you go out and you let the coaches sit back and you get to teach them an intro. Wouldn't it be awesome if you were able to take a kid who, instead of sitting in a desk, although the reading part, I love that actually, is like, oh, we're doing that. Naomi was like reading across the board, like, well, we're doing that. But instead of having them listen to you and just visually see it, what if they got to participate and actually do martial arts? That's what happens at PE Teacher for a Day. So that's a great one for us. Another one is simply going and setting up a booth and getting active in the community. We go to community events, festivals, anything that the school system might have. We go and we'll do that. So 2 external events. And then we have our online. Okay, for online, you're going to have 3 online sources of traffic. All right, so the first one that you must have is you need to have a website. Do you know that people live in 2 places at the same time? They live in their geographical location and they live in their digital location too. Okay? That's why if you hear everybody talk about the algorithm, what algorithm are you on versus the other person? It's where you live online. Where do you live online? What's the algorithm feeding you? So anybody heard John Maxwell talk about the law of environments? You haven't, look it up, it's the law of environment. It says it influences everything we do by the environment we're surrounded by. So we want to have a mailbox. Your mailbox is your website. Your website should be a lead generation magnet. It should not be something that's there for students. I know most of you guys here are upper level and you probably have a website like that. Someone else might not. They might have a website that's just there that say what their student code is or student creed. So you want a lead generating website. Then you want to make sure that you're also doing paid Facebook or Instagram. And I'll also put Google under here. And then it's going to call my time to let it work about off schedule or whatever. But I'll talk to you guys about the pendulum that's happening right now. Some of the things that we're actually doing with our clients that you guys can benefit from as well. So paid Facebook and Instagram. Every single month you want to have a dedicated budget for your Facebook or your Instagram ads. It used to be that you would just go, when I'm low on lead flow, I would turn on ads. When I'm good on lead flow, I'll turn off the ads. What we found works better is if you incorporate what's called the halo effect. So the halo effect happens where people continuously see your ads, your brands, you everywhere. And what will happen is when they see your paid Facebook and Instagram ads, typically your website, traffic will go up because people are curious. It will specifically go up if you're using things like video ads versus if you're using image ads, because people are going, what is that? How do I find out more about that particular place, right? So we've got the website, we've got paid Facebook, Instagram, and then the last piece is organic. Okay, so when you have organic traffic coming to you, let's say you're running Instagram or Facebook, you're doing a website, and you're not posting anything on your Facebook or Instagram, people don't actually know if you exist. They don't know if you're still open. If you had the experience during COVID where you were looking up places and seeing if they were still open, you would go online and then you would look to see if their photos were recent. Yeah, I know I did it at least. It was like, is this place still open? Even today, I will not go someplace with my son until I check out the photos. Like, I'm a martial artist. Like, the first rule of defense is never be in a place where you have to defend yourself. Like, so I check the photos. Most moms do the same exact thing. And most of you are catering to moms to bring in kids. So get your photos up to date. Post stuff on your Facebook page, on your Instagram, more importantly on your Google My Business page, so that it's up to date. We do every single week, 3 times a week, there are posts going out on Facebook, Instagram, and my Google My Business page. Alright, so let's dig in a little bit to some of the stuff. I don't have an intellect of it, so I'll just take us to this red eye here. Let's dig in a little bit on what's actually working with marketing and what you should be doing in an online space.